Yo, so I'm Media Entertainment, baby. Welcome back to the podcast, man. I'm your host, 420 Siv. And today we have a very, very special guest, man. The infamous celebrity bodyguard, the living legend, big homie CC, man. What's happening, my brother? How you doing?
My boy Sid, what you all, man? I'm glad we got to tap in today. We finna get to it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you taking the time out today, man. So first thing first, man, let me start this shit out by saying it's really a great pleasure and an honor to be having a conversation with you, my brother. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you. For the people who may not know, who may be new to my channel, can you just inform them, give them a little detail of who you are, where you from, and describe them your in and off the field, work?
Yeah, I'm awesome. Yeah, my name is Big Homie CC. I know a lot of people probably know me from my first interview with Cam Capone. For the last 17 years, I've been a private bodyguard, a celebrity bodyguard. Somebody people would call a fixer. People call me when they got problems, and me and the guys pull up and we stand on business. You feel me?
True,
So, I'm
true.
a college athlete, took my education very serious. I took football as far as I could take it. Did 2 years practice squad in the NFL. Started my security business and been on the roll ever since. After my last non-disclosure agreements expired, I went public with my story, and it led me right here.
That's what's up. Now, piggybacking on what you just said, because I'm actually listening to you, my nigga.
Right,
Um, what made you take education serious versus the average person that don't care about education?
right. So what I noticed was, as a kid, what I noticed was, my mom was a school teacher. Uh, Noticed that the people that was educated in my family, they lived a lot nicer than other people did.
Oh, for
And
sure.
I always would notice that, you know, growing up in the hood, like people would try to clown the guy that was smart or call him the teacher's pet and all this type of shit, right?
Right.
And then I would go kick it with the people that wasn't doing so well in school and their household would be in shambles. And then those same people right now, pretty much down bad. And I always recognize that, what, me taking my education serious is me taking my life serious because my mom is making sure that I'm here at this damn building 7 hours a day. So I need to be making sure that I'm taking advantage of this because when I get up out of here, I want to have the freedom to do what I want to do. So as long as my test scores and my grades was good, I had a lot of freedom. I had a lot of freedom. I was able to do great. You feel me? Just like that.
Uh, so I gotta remember my second question because these questions off what your answers, not
Right.
my
Right.
notes. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
all right. What age did you start noticing that education is a necessity?
Not gonna lie, bro. I noticed it like fourth and fifth grade. I noticed it because we would take like the little ISAT test and all that type of stuff, and
Yeah, yeah.
people would come to the school to talk to me about how did I study for this, how did I prepare for this, and they giving out awards. You get a special privileges. They letting me go to the bathroom when I want to. You know, it got to the point where they was giving me my own little section in the classroom, buy a little stack of books, and I just started to get a lot of freedom from it because people trusted me more than they trusted other people and the other kids because my scores and my grades was always high. But so like if I would go outside and get into a fist fight with somebody, I'm gonna get the benefit of the doubt because they gonna say he this that boy right there. You feel me? So I started taking advantage of that.
I'm too high for this nigga, bro.
I
Hey,
start
so So in school, when you're noticed as the intelligent one, you get special privileges.
You get special privileges, man. You know, I get to go to the bathroom whenever I want. I can have, I'm eating chips in the classroom. Ain't nobody saying nothing to me. I'm like, damn, okay, I can roll with this.
Bro, so you kind of been doing what you want to do, so to say?
Bro,
Or
for
you been
sure.
having freedom?
Yeah, bro, I never even got a whooping or a spanking before in my life. Ever.
And you, but that's crazy for a man that lives with principles and shit.
That's the thing, right? I always believe this. What people don't know about me, they can't use against me to hurt me.
Mm,
So, it'll be going down, and my mom will have no clue. All she know is her son is an angel. Them test scores is high. Them grades is high. Ain't nobody coming to the house, knocking on the door, saying I'm in trouble. Ain't no police coming to the crib, nothing.
right,
And
right, right.
I always believed in silence and secrecy. So that's why when I came public with my story, people like, damn. The people who knew me, like, okay, they know what's going on. But people who didn't, they like, damn, all this was going on. The key is that's why I got the movie contract I got right now because the guy at Look Who TV, who is my manager right now, Brian Cooper, we know each other from the street. So he show up to the offices one day and he see me on the screen. They watching one of my interviews on the screen at the office. So he look like he said, "Yo, this is my man's right there." So they like, "Oh, Brian, you say everybody your man's." He said, "No, no, 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 no. Hold on." He called me. He said, "Yo, nigga, you on the internet?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm on the internet." He said, "You in Vegas?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm in Vegas right now." He said, "Stay where the fuck you at. I'm coming to get you." He come pick me up, bring me over to the offices. So they see that he wasn't lying. Well, they signed me to a movie contract right then and there. And that's only because I know how to keep shit a secret until it's time. You feel me?
Mm, that's very smart.
For sure, bro. Because
Yeah,
think
shout
about
out to BC, man. Shout out to BC. He linked this together.
it. Normally, I get 5,000 for 1 hour, right?
Hey. A nigga from the but it's cause it's like I understand. See, a nigga that came from nothing understand another nigga that, well, I don't know, bro. You was moving like the president's son, bro, but you still from the streets though.
Right. Because see, the thing is, that shit was a short period. Because my pops went to prison 10 years after that.
See, I didn't know that.
So once he went to prison, wasn't moving like the president no more. We back in the trenches. You see what I'm saying? We back in the
Got it.
trenches.
Nigga gotta adapt real quick.
So I had to adapt. So I had 1 foot on one side and 1 foot on the other side, and I was able, I was able to adapt and adjust. You feel me? Because
Right.
if not, my family would have suffered a lot more. And it's like, man, when it's your time to be the man of the house, you either rise to the occasion or get your bitch ass out the way. Period.
This nigga crazy.
No, on the gas.
Oh,
Because
for real, for real.
5,000 an hour. So like they be telling me, "Oh, don't do this, don't do this." I'm like, man, bro, you gotta give niggas a shot because right now it's about 5 different YouTube platforms that's growing along with me. So now that I done locked in with them, whenever certain shit come out, they helping me push a certain narrative. So now we building an online community
Oh, for
because
sure.
it's up to us to raise the thought process and the level of conversation in our community amongst black men because obviously there is an agenda to make us dumb down and want us to promote evil to the youth.
Mm.
If it's not for certain people like ourselves, we have if it's not for certain people like ourselves as diamonds in the rough, everything turns to coal. Point
Mm.
blank, point blank period.
That's crazy.
On a guy. So like And we all know time. That's why when you kept saying, like, look, man, this man don't got time for this. I'm like, man, I salute that. Because you know how it is being us, bro. Like niggas don't really give motherfuckers they flowers till they dead.
I hate that.
You know what I'm saying? You hate that shit. You hate that type of shit. So it's like we gotta do something to change the culture, change the narrative, and it starts with moments like this. Oh God, so I salute you.
Well, I appreciate it, man. And with that being said, nigga, I was gonna say that I call my outro.
Yeah,
Let me go and give you your flowers now, man, because you really deserve them, bro.
big
You
salute
really
to you.
deserve them.
Likewise, God. Yes, sir. We locked in, man. It's a pleasure, man. I appreciate you reaching out. I try to respond to everybody in the DM, you feel me? Because like shit, I try to respond to everybody. So man, I'll never forget how you responded when I called you. You know, she's like, "Oh man, I know that motherfucker's voice right there." Oh God, oh God.
Hey, one of a kind, my nigga.
For sure, bro. I appreciate that shit for real,
For
man.
sure, one of a kind, man. Hey, so okay, it's crazy you said that. Did you get bullshit messages?
Bro, on some real shit, bro. Like
So how you
it's a lot
distinguish?
of, okay. So the reason I'm able to distinguish is studying psychology in college, bro. Because like a lot of these people on
Mm,
here are mentally unhinged, bro.
that's true.
And and the people that's mentally unhinged usually type and talk the same way. You see what I'm saying? So
Mm,
like when I see your message, I'm like, okay, this is obviously somebody who got some sense right here. Let me tap
oh,
in with them.
thank you, thank you, thank
You feel me?
you.
Tap in with them. You feel me? So like and then a part of my life, I just spent thousands of hours on phones and messages trying to decipher what's real from fake. So I got a good verse on that. And and even still, sometimes people get past me. Next thing I get them on the phone, and it's a black dude with an Editor Cole Smith poster on the wall with a wig and a bra. They'll be like,
What the fuck?
"Listen, bro, I didn't talk to some of the wildest motherfuckers in the universe on this shit. Bro, a
That's
nigga told me that he got poisoned, and the spirit of Anna Nicole Smith take over his body for a few hours a day." He a black dude. He put on a wig, broad dress. He painted his face like a blonde woman. He said he can't control it. Oh, I swear to God, 420 him on the game, bro. I seen that.
hey. Bro, you know what's crazy? Let me ask you this. So when you hit the internet, is that when you start experience? Because I already know like off the internet shit be going on, but when you hit the internet, is that when the crazy messages start pulling in? Like, nigga, what?
I never used to get no foolish, crazy messages, but ever since I hit the internet, boy, it's outrageous. Like some of the shit they come through, I'm looking like, damn, man, what made you say that to me, man? You feel me? Like out of all the shit you could have said to me, you say this.
A fucking stranger.
I'm like, all right, bet, say less. So I got my little, I got my little protocol I use to decipher shit now, though.
True. So basically, having a strong mother can depend a lot on the child, like yours.
Yeah, major, major. So like, my mom was like my biggest inspiration.
I
I
see.
watched,
I see that.
yeah, bro. I watched her overcome a lot, and you feel me. And I watched her lean, brag on my strength a lot of times, and would help her go along. But she always told people she gave birth to her resources. You know what I'm saying? And that meant a lot to me because I would watch her work two jobs. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Once my father went down, she was dolo. You know what I'm saying? And she a little 5'4" light skinned lady. You know what I'm saying? My little brother 6'3", 300 pounds. You feel me? I'm 6'6". You know what I'm saying? So we was way bigger than her in fifth grade. You feel
Mm,
me?
hey,
So like
giants.
my mom taught me not to be lazy. She taught me to go ahead. If I'm gonna get it done, get it done. And I didn't want her to feel like the time and resources she poured into us was gonna be a waste. You feel me? And I feel like I was able to accomplish that.
You most definitely did, bro.
Oh, bro, I
My
appreciate
opinion. Yeah, you most definitely did. I'm pretty sure she proud of you, my nigga. I
it.
don't
Hell
even
yeah,
know you, and I'm proud of you, nigga.
man. Shit, bro, because of the fact that because you gotta people gotta understand something. From where you from and where I'm from, for us to meet up right here, we were able to beat the odds to be able to get right here because the odds was against us in so many ways to be able to get for
Real.
us to be able to get right here on this camera. Imagine
Man,
how
bro.
much shit we had to get through, gang. For real.
Man, but also to piggyback on what you saying, I feel like at the end of the day, it's also about respect too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Like that shit boils down to it.
Absolutely, bro. Man, well said, bro. Eloquently
Like
put, for sure. Because a proper friendship, got to be built on mutual respect. If not, somebody using somebody.
exactly,
Oh no,
which is what's going on a lot right now. But
a
hey,
lot, boy. That's why it was. Yeah,
so
okay.
let me ask you, big homie, how tall are you, bro? Like, how
I'm
big
six,
are you, nigga? Cause I could tell you got height on you.
I'm 6'6". I'm 409 right now. I'm down like 20 pounds too, bro. I'm 6'6", 409.
So now I've been fucking with you for a while, really, since you popped on the internet, right?
Right, right, right.
And I've seen you tell a few stories about, like, I'm giving an example. It may be an incident where you may be at a club for a client on a
Yep,
job in the field.
yep.
You may take a client to the bathroom, and it may be a woman, and say you escorting her to the bathroom, and it's a dude that just want to act the fool or act out for no reason at all. Even if you've had manners as a man and said excuse me to this nigga, but he
Facts,
still want to act out at you specifically when he sees you, when he see you're escorting a woman. So
facts.
with a man's ego nowadays, and you just told us your height, is that, do you think that is because the intimidation of your size to a
Right.
man? Like, is that a thing with men?
So you brought up some very valid points.
Thank you,
So
thank
the graveyard right now is full of guys who were victims of their own ego.
you.
You feel me? Full of it. Every graveyard is full of guys who were victims of their own ego, bro.
I've never
So
heard that. That's
that's
crazy.
for sure. So my first thing is to always attempt to verbally de-escalate problems. You
Mm.
feel me?
Right, right,
Because
right.
you already know when alcohol gets involved, it'll turn a small man into a giant.
True. Well, thank
And
you, Giant.
you feel me? And I know half the time I'm escorting someone to the washroom, it's gonna be an attractive woman, and they're gonna see me right there. And they say alcohol just like they say a drunk man speaks a sober mind.
I've heard that.
So 10 years ago wasn't too many people trying to trap me, bro. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm.
after the onset of the internet and people being able to be whoever they want to be online, and then that translates to the real world. You got guys who never been in a fight in their life see me and feel like the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Today I'm gonna test this big nigga. Then they get crushed, and now then they calling the police. They want to try to stab me now. You feel me? They want to
Right.
run to their car, get their gun. I already got my gun on me. You see what I'm saying? So now I'm gonna just follow you outside and smoke you. And it's just like, you don't want to do this type of stuff.
Right, right, right.
I believe in making a great escape. You feel me? I call it the great escape. You feel me? It's a time to fight, it's a time to flee.
Mm.
For sure, bro. Because that graveyard full, bro. Everyone you drive past full, and most of the guys in there is because of their ego.
Mm. If
For
I ain't
sure.
mistaken, it's some graveyards overfull.
Yes, there's some graveyards. They don't fucking stacked on top of each other.
So we're talking about bodyguard being basically in your family for generations, right? Who was the tallest person in your family?
Tallest person in my family that I know of, my uncle Pete. He was 6'11". You feel me? He was 6'11". He was 500 pounds. They had to bury him in a piano box down in Mississippi. Uncle Pete was a
What the fuck?
Uncle Pete was a giant. And then my uncle Jay, he's 6'9". My little cousin Van, 6'8". Shit, I'm 6'6". My little brother 6'3". Uh, man. So the men in my family is all giants, bro. For the most part, my uncle Jeff 6'4". Yeah, man. The men is just giants in my family.
A piano box, bro?
Yeah, bro. So he was too big for a typical casket, and the money it would have cost to make a custom casket, it was just cheaper to put him in a piano box. The box that like the grand pianos come in. It's a huge
Yeah,
box, and they buried him in the piano box.
that's crazy. I'm just
For
saying,
life,
bro. Like,
real life, seen it.
yes, sir. Like, nigga, life different, bro. It's crazy. Like, okay, let me ask you this. This ain't even part of my questions, bro. Do you think you should have hopped on the internet sooner than you did?
I couldn't do the contractual obligations. I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? I did want to come public with my story,
Right.
so but it was illegally. It was impossible. I had to wait till my last two non-disclosure agreements expired. Once they did, it was on and popping there. You feel me? And there's still a lot of stuff I'll never speak on. But I'll speak about what I can speak about. You feel me? And
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
just my luck. The shit caught. It caught on. It was like, man, let's go.
Yeah, I feel you, my nigga. So, with you have playing in the NFL, also, what team did you play for, bro? If you don't mind me asking.
Practice squad for the Bears. Practice squad for the Cleveland Browns. I used to live in Cleveland.
No, I was about to say you really a Chicago nigga, they not playing for the Bears, but no, I know you live in Cleveland, bro.
Yeah, but I was practice squad though, so I never made active roster. You know what I'm saying? I ended up having to get two knee surgeries. And then the Bears, I sent you that shit. The Bears actually sued me for fucking breach of contract because shit, man. I got a call, big fella, you in shape? I'm like, yeah. You feel me? I sent them some old videos of me working out. They wired the money after I signed the contract. Shit, I took that cheese, went to the trap. I said, fuck it, it's over with. I'm finna
Hey,
start. I got my security shit going on. Gotta feed my homies. And that shit was the launching pad that got me to this point for sure.
so you say you got sued by the Chicago Bears?
Yep, breach of contract. I failed the physical first and foremost. You feel me?
Okay.
But they had wired the money after I showed them I was in shape and shit like that. But
Mm-hmm.
I always wear the same color clothes every day. So that was old videos I sent them. So I showed up to camp. They wanted me to run the fucking the conditioning test. I'm like, oh man, you feel me? I ain't even trying to. I ain't trying to do that shit. So I ended up failing the physical. They seen I still had a tear in my meniscus, et cetera, et cetera. I paid them back though. I got done paying them back.
I seen
Uh,
what you said there, yeah.
yeah, I ended up paying them back like last month. Like sometime last month, I made my final payment to them. So I'm on my way back up now though. That I had to pay them their cheese, which is several
Really?
hundred.
Damn.
Bullshit, bullshit.
With that being said, bro, who was there any other athletes in your family?
Yeah, my dad made it to the NFL. My uncle Jay got to. He went to the University of Arizona. My cousin Vance. He played in college. My brother played at Mississippi Valley State and Toledo University. Um, my cousin Christian, he got to the minor. He got to the minor leagues in baseball. So right now we all behind my little cousin Trey. He in Pop Warner. He played the same position as me. Oh yeah, my cousin Greg. He played my cousin Greg. He played at Lane College. You feel me? So definitely athletes in the family. But we all behind little Trey right now. He just got MVP. He in Pop Warner. You feel me? But we behind him right now. He the next monster on the way.
Man, look, shout out to Trey and Greg, man. Good luck to
Oh,
y'all for real, for real.
sir, yes, sir. Appreciate that, brother.
So basically, you had a hell of a mother and a father growing up. Like your
Oh,
mother wasn't only the backbone of you, but your father was also an inspiration.
yeah, my dad, regardless of his flaws,
Right.
you feel, you know,
Every man.
what I'm saying? Like, we they trying to set it up so him and I can make peace with each other. You feel me? We working that's low. We working on that. You feel me? My dad was a bad man when he was locked in, bro. You feel me? When he was locked in, he was a bad man. You feel me? So, but I feel like along the way he kind of lost his path. You feel me? Ended up going to prison for 10 years. Then coming home and then we're going back for like two more. And but I got his genetics, man. You feel me? And like he the
I
only
was
other
just about to say, I was just about
yeah, he the only other guy, bro, that I know got a brain. Like I like hit the
Thanks.
brain. Yeah. Like, bro, I got his brain, bro. So like I know he be watching my shit smiling and shit. You feel me? Like I know he be tuned in.
Damn. Do you feel like in some sort or some form that you're an angel?
I do feel like God sent me to do a job, bro. You feel me? Damn, ain't nobody ever asked me that right there. I do feel like God sent me to do a job, and I feel like that's why I've had protection along this way. I had a lot of close calls. It's been a lot of times I couldn't really explain how I do things. I couldn't really explain how we made it out in one piece, and that's why I got the cross tatted on me. I got the blessed king tatted on me, bro. It is what it is, and I feel like as a black man, we got to accept. Everybody hate us, but everybody try to want to copy us and all type of shit. So we got to accept when there's somebody you can't see showing you love. I roll with that, man. I run with that because I've had to do heinous things to evil people. You feel me? And if you study theology, you feel me? God killed more people than the devil in the Bible.
Mm, I did not know that. I don't know if this was a lyric from a song or a caption or what. But do you agree with people get along with strangers more than they do their family?
Bro, I say this shit to myself ever so often because you will find yourself able to lock in with a person who you just met way easier than somebody you've been knowing your whole life because it's almost as if people who feel like they know you, they can't see your growth. They still remember you from where they locked you in their brain at. You feel me? They still remember you from, oh, you just this person from this street that I've been seeing this many years.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? And then at the same time, they not trying to acknowledge if you didn't got great and grew past them. They not trying to acknowledge that shit. So that's why, bro. At the end of the day, we doing ourselves no favors by not branching out and expanding our vocabulary, going outside our comfort zone, trying and doing new things. You feel me? We ain't doing ourselves no favor, bro. Like the fact that you going into this, man, some of the best shit you could do because
with the best nigga.
feel me, we because it's up now, and bro, I feel
I'm
like
glad you know your worth, bro.
for sure, for sure, for sure. Like like, I know for a fact, but like niggas not fucking with me on this shit. You feel what I'm saying? Because I got photographic memory. You know what I'm saying? Like
I could
I,
tell.
I can run back all the questions that you asked me, and I can remember what I said the first time. You feel me? I just seen people. I did court TV. They was in awe. They was in shock. Like, damn, this bald head black motherfucker nice. Like they've paused it and said, "Listen, big homie, I got to tell you something. I'm severely impressed by you. The way we know what your history is. You're able to speak so articulate and eloquent. Way you expound on topics. I just be chilling because it's like shit. That's how I know God sent me to do a job. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Because I get messages all the time. People saying like, "Look, after seeing you, I can no longer prejudge any black man anymore."
Mm.
And that right there is enough for me to know, like, okay, I'm on the right path.
What?
Oh,
So basically, you do get more love than hate, and the hate
oh,
probably just be niggas that's basically don't want to let a female go
and
type
you got
shit.
and this too, bro. You know what I'm saying? Harriet Tubman is a legend because niggas was hoes since the beginning of time, bro.
True.
And she had to kill and shoot multiple men so they wouldn't go tell the white man where the escape routes was and what the safe houses was. If they were to teach us that we are to respect and protect our women, that means our households and family structure will remain intact. And then that
Mm.
means our communities will grow stronger and flourish more. And then now the group of people that's a minority won't be under finite control for sure.
So with that being said, about all the tall men and basically athletes, basically damn that seem like all the men are over 6 foot.
Hell yeah, for sure.
That's
That
already kind of like a statistic, isn't it?
Yeah, so they say that if you over 6 feet, you know what I'm saying, you're like in the 80th percentile of height across the world. Because the average man is 5'7".
Mm. The world?
Yes, sir.
Damn. Okay. So with that being said, can you tell us something? Can you tell us an interesting fact that basically the average person didn't know about tall people, like how you mentioned earlier, the casket of a piano box?
Right.
I
So
didn't know that. I've never heard of that, bro.
yeah, so you know what? I'm, I'm actually gonna say too, because previously I spoke about how over a certain height makes you taller than 80% of the men in the world. But did you know that
Right.
people over 7 feet tall, their life expectancy is 30 years less than people under 7 feet tall. So that's why you see people like Shaq. You see people like Shaq doing a lot. He'd have been a police officer, firefighter, went to college, he do all of this shit because based off his height and size, his life expectancy is a lot lower than most people.
Wow.
Sir, yes, sir. That's why we fact.
Like the commercials, ESPN,
Yes. When do he
Real
got time?
Husbands of Hollywood. He been in a lot of guest appearances.
Yep. That's because of that right there. You feel me? Look at Wilt Chamberlain, dead. Look at Bill Russell, dead. Look at all the giants, all the tall guys. The tallest man in the world used to be John Afono in Africa, dead. You feel what I'm saying? Yao Ming spends a million a year on his body to make sure his heart is healthy. You see what
Mm.
I'm saying? For sure, bro. These is facts.
How tall was the tallest man? Did you just say the
Uh,
tallest man in Africa?
yeah, John Afono was 7'8" when he died.
Wow, that's crazy.
Sir,
That's crazy. Damn. Why
crazy.
don't those height of people like? Why didn't we? Why is that not public knowledge? Is that well? I'm sure it is, but why isn't that a thing that like? Yeah, this was the tallest man from Africa, but he passed certain brought
If
up in
you
conversations.
athletic, people usually don't really care. Like, okay, like take Victor Wembanyama for an example.
Hmm.
Very tall, but he's also very athletic. So you hear a lot about him. people think he's the tallest man in the world. There's plenty of guys taller than him. But if they aren't able to attach monetary value to a lot of things, people don't care about it.
Mm,
Because when we was growing up, the Guinness Book of Records was something that was promoted all the time.
true.
Now you don't even hear about that shit at all.
Yeah, oh, I ain't heard, bro. I ain't heard about the Guinness Book of Records, man. Probably like MTV days.
There's been an active there's an active agenda to dumb down the people and consciousness, bro. Let me be careful here. I didn't have people from the Department of Defense reach out to me and tell me to pretty much stop saying certain shit.
But you so immune to it, knowing what's going on because your observations, bro. It's just crazy.
Right. And I'm gonna say something that I never said before. Just because how we rock it, you feel me? Like normally after I'm sitting down doing an interview, like at that 40-second minute, I'm ready to go. You feel
Hey, that's another. Hold on, BH. Hold on. That's another thing I connect with you
right?
on. Honesty,
Yeah.
honesty.
Okay. For sure. For sure. For sure. That's a fact right there. For sure. Yeah. Because you know about that 40-second minute, bro. I'm checking the watch. I'm looking. It's time to get the fuck on. I'm out of here now. But you know, I'm enjoying this, and I'm gonna say this, bro. Like along the way, I've made very powerful friends. You know, and there were some events taking place, and throughout that time, some of these people reached out to me and they said, "Look, it's time." So once they told me it was time to go, and I had their backing and their protection, I came on with it. Because just know there's
Mm,
people in high places who told me that it's time to go ahead and start putting some of this information out. So I'm gonna leave it at
mm.
that.
How do you adapt so well?
Like I say, bro, there's no such thing as tough. It's either trained or untrained. And I've been getting trained as a youth. And due to the things my father was getting into, you know, I didn't see the FBI come to the house and say, look, it's an active threat against your life. You need to hire security. I didn't see a lot of things. You feel me? I didn't see what happens when you come under scrutiny from the powers that be. So, you know, I'm versed in it. You feel me? I'm versed in it, man. With no fear in
Uh,
my heart. It is what it is. You know, I never had children. You know, I never really had no meaningful relationships with women. You know what I'm saying? I automatically knew what I was involved in, and I was prepared. I was prepared. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Somebody got to do.
for
Somebody got to
sure,
do it.
for sure, for sure. So piggybacking off what you just said, because I'm enjoying our conversation, my nigga. Um, doing my homework and actually watching your interview, do you think you have such problems with certain clients because you protect females?
If I wasn't pro women, I would have a lot less problems. If the modern black man don't find you attractive, he's gonna hate on you.
I see you say that.
Man, go look at Rick Ross comments and go look at Don Benjamin comments
Comments on what, BH?
on any post they got. On Rick Ross, I swear to God, bro, this is the facts, bro.
That nigga said any post.
Any post, them niggas is on there hating on Ross and they on there loving on Don Benjamin. Don Benjamin was the nigga from America's Next Top Model.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
That's who I was with when I seen Busta Rhymes being zesty.
Man. This nigga, bro.
Niggas mad at me because I'm traditionally masculine. You see what I'm saying? And niggas is mad about that. And the fact that I believe in what I believe in, and then niggas know they can't whoop me. You know what I'm saying? So they'll see me and be like, damn, I cannot fight this fucking nigga. And then I go to sleep armed. You know what I'm saying? Well, I used to sleep fully dressed with that motherfucker on my chest. Like, look,
Oh Lord,
that's how
Chicago.
critical. That's how critical it was, boy.
Damn,
They used to go down, boy. They used to go
this
down.
nigga, yeah. So how you? So basically, what you're saying to me is, if I'm actually picking up what you're saying, envy and hate comes from you just protecting a woman's life.
Yep, for sure,
What's wrong with these niggas, man?
bro. We watching men be jealous of females now.
That is the error.
That's the era we in.
That is the error.
Bro, I'm not jealous of nobody, bro, who every month they goddamn uterus get ripped out their body, man. These niggas wish they had tampons, man. That's the era we living in, bro.
Bruh.
The females can't have nothing to themselves, bro. They niggas got purses now, polish now. Niggas are having friends. Niggas having friends giving now. 420
Hey,
what's going on?
V8 shit like, shit done.
Oh, what the fuck? Like, hold on, man. Come on, what's going on now?
Oh man, yeah, shit done been it's been a 360, bro. It's been a whole 360 with the world. It has right before our eyes at that.
What happened right before our eyes, boy?
That shit crazy, man. Okay,
You
so
got females wife and niggas now.
hold on. I ain't seen that. It's females out here
Bro,
wiping
look how
niggas.
many females last year had to get on one knee and propose to a man.
That shit was
That was
viral a few
viral.
times. Well, even on my little Facebook, that shit was
That ain't weird to nobody.
It is because that's like some shit you see in the
That's some
movies.
shit you see in the movies, man. They jumping on one knee. Let me
Sure.
wipe your soft ass up.
For sure. Damn, boy, your observation skills off the rack, ain't it? Dang.
Oh man, all that years of scrolling and patrolling, man. You gotta like that to be aware, is to be alive.
Let me ask you this. So, did your awareness come from just being raised in the streets of Chicago or just basically your intelligence? Like, how does that work?
I feel like it went hand in hand because having a bodyguard,
50-50.
man, man, your question is on fire. So peep this, right? One-
I ain't even wrote down. Let's
So
get it.
yeah, off the top with it, I salute you on.
Let's, let's get
So
it.
you know, like one of my bodyguards, bro, his name was Darnell, bro. He always trained me to never let nobody sneak up on you. So like I'll be at school outside at recess and I'll feel a tap on my shoulder. That mean I was lacking. I know it's him. You see what I'm saying? So my
Right.
homies would always say, like, man, you can't sneak up on that nigga. My nickname was Killer my whole life, bro. You know, people
Yeah, I know. Go
so, so
ahead.
people ain't start calling me big homies like over like the last 4 5 years. So you know, like, man, you can't sneak up. So niggas used to take a bet, like, man, who could sneak up? Who could sneak up on Killer? But if y'all sneak up, I'll give y'all 500. He had come tell my homies, like, man, I got 500. If y'all can sneak up on him. Nobody was ever able to do it. So you know what I'm saying? And I feel like he knew that I was a smart guy, and he knew it would make me a target, and he didn't ever want me to feel like I wasn't safe. So
Right.
you know, whenever they get you, it's over pussy, money, or they caught you by surprise.
Mm.
Because I live a celibate lifestyle if I'm not in a relationship. You see what I'm saying?
How you stay so solid to what you believe in, bro?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, bro. I'm blessed. I got my same crew of homies I've had for 20 years.
Shout out to Duke,
Shout out to
nigga.
Duke. You know what I'm saying? I got my same crew, you know what I'm saying? My support system and my family, strong group of females in my family that support me. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that I ended domestic violence and poverty in my family, they was able to be what they needed to be for me. Females,
Females.
bro, for sure. These the only people on the planet who can carry life.
That's what's very underestimated.
That-
Or maybe that's a purpose behind it.
That's a purpose behind it. Because think about this.
Okay.
They body have to go through severe trauma to give birth to a child. Then it goes back to normal. And then now they body transforms so now they can generate breast milk to feed this child. And then don't you know how like sometimes like mamas just know what's finna happen, they know what's going on. That's
Instinct.
their instincts. That's maternal instincts. You see what I'm saying? So
Yes,
but
sir.
whenever I see a man who don't have those natural protective instincts, I know that he's been compromised. Point blank period. Cause a nigga that'll let you slap his mama or slap his kids,
Mm.
that's a right
What
there.
the fuck?
He even have around. He compromised. Cause think about it. For you to be an adequate father, sometimes you gotta be selfless.
A lot of times,
So think
bro.
about how many guys who can't be selfless. Who gonna suffer first? They children, and then the women in their family. And if you know that you are a man who's completely selfish, why is you creating other lives?
Mm. That's
Both of them.
damn. That's why are you? Yeah, I done man. Look, it's been so many times I done spent my last on my kids, but I'm gonna be real with you, BH. It's like I ain't gonna say I get messages from God, but I be getting little hints here and there, like don't forget about yourself, like because I have to be right for them. They ain't, you feel
And
me?
it go right back to what I just said. I had to do what I had to do for them so they could be right for me.
Real nigga shit,
Same shit,
man.
gang. We the same out here, bro. That's why I be trying to tell people, like, man, reach out to a nigga. We might have way more in common than a motherfucking thing. But you know, like I
So
said,
yeah,
though,
man.
just like you said that God talked to you,
Yes, sir.
like bro, he talked to me, and it's like it's important for me as well because I feel like this message has to get out. So everybody not gonna just watch the big platforms.
For sure.
Then the guys that's starting up, if they reaching out to me now, I'm gonna reach the people who just not bandwagoners. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
That's how you start the fire of change right there.
I'm just gonna basically reiterate to the conversation we had about your mother seeing you different as a child and knowing you was going to be different. Is it a certain term that you remember or a phrase that she told you as a child that just stuck with you even until today?
Right, right, right. Yeah, definitely. So my mom used to have a position in the church called the exhorter. You feel me? And
Mm.
she always told me that I had a spirit of discernment because, sometimes as a kid, like I just wouldn't like somebody. And I'll give you a quick story. When I was a kid, her and my dad had broke up, and she was dating this African dude named Tunde.
Mm-hmm.
And Tunde told my mom, says, "Look, Sharon, your youngest son, you and him, y'all can come with me, but your oldest son Keith, he can't come live in my house." And I was 5 years old when he said this.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
Hold on, hold on, hold on. So be you should remember where we at. How old was your siblings?
so my brother, he was 3.
Okay.
I was 5, and my little sister wasn't even born yet.
For only 5 years old, and okay, I got you. Continue.
So ever since then, once my mom saw that, she always took extra care. Like, okay, my son got the spirit of discernment, so I gotta. And they told me I had a deviant personality because if you did something crazy, I was gonna think about it for a long time, and I was gonna eventually get your motherfucking ass. So she would always say, like, my youngest son, if he break your nose, he might come to the hospital and pray for you. But if
Mm.
my oldest son break your nose, he coming to that hospital to finish your ass off.
Can you give me your definition of discernment?
So discernment is pretty much like this. You can see through somebody and know what their actual intentions are. You know, so like if somebody trying to put on an act, but they really got ill will toward you, you smell it.
Right.
You can sniff it out. You feel me? You able to discern the difference between somebody that's positive and a negativity, whether depending on how they act. You feel me?
Right. 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 Right.
Discernment right there.
Did your mother have a mother like her?
See, my mother's mother, rest in peace to Mamie.
Rest
You
in
know,
peace.
my mom grew up in a foster home, and then because her mother Mamie was a paranoid schizophrenic. So
Mm.
she used to walk the streets day and night, and her father was an alcoholic. You see what
Damn.
I'm saying? So she had it rough. She had
Right.
it rough.
Right. Right.
So she took her education seriously so she could change her situation.
Mm. That's what's
Yes.
up. That's what's up. Doing my homework, right?
Right.
I've seen that you basically been in the bodyguard and been in your family for generations, right?
Right.
So with that being said, how does it feel as a child moving around like the president's son when that's something we average people only see on TV? If that.
Man, it gave me a sense of confidence, a sense of belonging, a sense of importance. You know what I'm saying? It gave me a natural disposition because to this day, that's how I prefer to move around. And
True.
so it goes hand in hand because now I gotta move around like that. You see what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, right.
But it was just, man, it's just a full circle moment because I learned how to move around like that. Then being as a bodyguard, I had to move people around like that. And then now I gotta move around like that. You feel me? So
Mm.
it's just a full circle moment.
True, true, true. So I want to ask you, do you keep up with the history of Chicago?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
I'm smoking on the internet. So I'm trying to my mind is wondering. So I'm thinking, why is February 14th considered Valentine's Day? And a certain couple things popped up. Are you aware of the St. Valentine's Day massacre in Chicago?
Absolutely. I got the Thompson submachine gun tatted on my arm.
Please,
That's
bro.
what that's just some shit I knew from being born in Chicago. The Tommy gun was used for the St. Valentine's Day massacre. The Thompson submachine gun, I got it tatted on me.
Mm. How long ago was that?
That was in the 30s.
It's still kind of a topic today.
Oh, absolutely. Just like the Chicago fire in 1501.
Did you pick up this history in college or on your own?
I picked it up, on my own because in
If you don't
order,
mind me asking, my nigga.
yeah, I picked it up on my own because at the end of the day, as a man, you got to know one thing: the only way to prepare for the future is to study history. That's the only way you can prepare for the future is to study history. That's the only way. Because without historical information, how can you prepare for something?
But piggybacking on that, knowing that I know what you're saying is very true, how can we plead that or say that to the people who basically too lazy enough to do the research on their history?
So here's the thing with
Are
that.
they? Is it over? Like, is it like it's over for you?
Here's the thing with that. Man, well, good point.
Thank you, thank
So you can't save or inform everybody.
you.
All
True.
you can put the information out, and the 5 or 6% of people who gonna take the time and due diligence to look into it, they're the only people you can account for.
Mm,
For
mm.
sure. Man, a nigga called me on Instagram and said, "Hey man, if I ain't never heard about you on the internet, you must not be no real gangster." I say, shorty, I'ma pray for you, kid. I say, so you ain't never heard from? I was like, where you from, man? That nigga is from Florida. I say, oh, okay.
So jumping off the porch at an early age from Chicago, which has been the murder capital for years. Have you ever experienced any near death experience?
Man, hell yeah, man. I done been in 8 car crashes where the car was totaled. I done been in several shootouts, people getting shot at, ducking, running. I've been in hella fights. I've been stabbed. And, people are always talking about my teeth and shit, but this shit got knocked out in a shootout. You see what I'm saying? You see that?
Yeah.
So,
That shows me what kind of man you are to sit there and do that on camera. Like, nigga, yeah, this me.
oh God.
That's like a unicorn nowadays, especially in 2025, my boy. Talk to me now.
Now, see, you just said something that's very, very near and dear to my spirit because a man who's not comfortable in his own skin will criticize others who are, and then that can lead to a lot of confusion. You see what I'm saying? That's why we see guys walking around saying they identify as this, and it's a lot of sexual confusion going on. It's a lot of gender misrepresentation going on. People aren't comfortable with who they are. I'm never finished. I'm never gonna put black spray paint in my head, man.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? When it's time to cut that shit off, it's just gotta go. You feel
right.
me? It's what
For
it is.
sure. For sure.
Yeah, you feel me? And like when I don't feel
Because,
like when I don't feel like getting bothered, I'm not wearing these motherfucking teeth. I'm outside with the chipped tooth. I'm gone. You feel me? Like I'm a real street guy, man. I don't believe, I'm not finna go. I'm not going to go let nobody. You're not finna put me to sleep so you can do some shit in my mouth. Like that's just
no, for
weird to
sure.
me. Like I'm cool. I'm gonna go get. I got this shit made, and I just keep it pushing on the game.
Let me ask you this: how common is that shit though? Like a motherfucker going to sleep and just the host or the person throwing the party having their way with them, like just no names listed. How common is that?
Man, so just know this: 51% of women experience some type of romantic violence.
Mm, that's half, bro.
That's ridiculous.
That's bad. Romantic violence.
Yes, interrelationship violence. 51% of women experience it.
How you so well informed on that?
I got my 10,000 hours put in. You feel me? Like once I decided I wasn't going to be doing this shit for the rappers and entertainers, and I was going to pivot my business, I wanted to make sure I was properly educated because, proper preparation prevents poor performance in sports,
Mm.
but proper preparation prevents me having my mama having to call in that catastrophic life insurance plan. You know what I'm saying? What? Let's go. We working. We
Hey
working.
man, look, I mean it out like this, big homie. I appreciate you taking out the time, man. Let them know if you got anything coming up, any shout outs, man. Let these folks know what's going on with you.
Man, shout out my boy 420 Sid, first and foremost, for having me. Man, amazing dialogue. Some of the best questions I ever been asked. I'm excited to
Man.
run it back. Shit, man. Be on the lookout. The Retrievals movie finna get ready to drop next month. Go find the Big Homie series on Look Who TV on YouTube, and we work, man. Shout out to the whole universe, everybody who support us. The real shall prevail.
Yes, sir. We working, man. We taking risks out here getting this money, man. Shout out to Brian Cooper for putting this together. Much love to you, brother. Hey, man, tell that
Sir,
nigga Duke I said what's happening, man. I
I
know
got
you
you.
right there. Tell that boy I said what's happening.
I'm gonna have them get on. I'm gonna have them get on.
Yes, sir. Do that, man. I appreciate the love, man. You know it's about to come through, man. Big homie CC tapping out, man. I appreciate you coming through.
Salute, my boy.